Now shape the waistline and the side seam into a nice shape by, for example, combine merge the waistline and delete some of the points. Line, modify line, combine merge. And we will change some of the graded points to a normal point. Edit, edit point info. Select the graded points. Enter in grade rule -1. Apply and OK. We will look at the waistline and shape it. Point, delete point. And point, modify point, move single point. Also check the shape of the lines in all sizes. View, grade, show all sizes. We check the waistline, and then we also check the shape of the hip line. In the bigger sizes, the hip line is a little bit too curved, so we will add a grade point and change the grade rule in Y direction. Grade, modify rule, add grade points. Grade, create edit rules, edit delta. Select the grade point and enter a new grade rule in Y direction. Clear Y, -1, and in the big sizes, -1.3. Update, OK. Then I change the shape a little bit in the basic size. Modify point, move single point. So now the shape is fine. OK. Make a copy of the piece for the back piece and flip it in X. Piece, create piece, copy. Piece, modify piece, flip piece. Dot, add flip about common line. Select the piece to flip, in selection to continue, and select center front as flip line. Realign the grain. Piece, modify piece, realign grain, and dot at realign grain. Check the waistline width. You can, for example, compare with the skirt basic pattern. Grade, measure line. Select the waistline at the front piece of the basic skirt pattern and compare it with the waistline of the A-shaped skirt. The differences is 0. We check at the back. The new pattern for the back piece will be bigger in the waist than the basic. The differences depends on how big the waist start was from the beginning on the skirt basic pattern. In this example, we do only have a differences below 1 cm, so therefore we will adjust the waist width by removing the extra millimeters from the side seam, the half on the front and the other half on the back, so that the shape of the side seam remains the same. The differences is here around 0.24, so therefore I will remove 0.12 at each side seam. Point, modify point, move smooth line. Select point at waistline. Zero. 0.12. Do the same on the back. Select the point at the waistline. .12. Now we check the waistline again. Grade, measure line, Select all the line at the waistline at the basic skirt pattern and compare it with the line at the A-shaped skirt, and the difference is 0. Now the pattern for an A-shaped skirt is finished. Now we can delete the hip line at the front and the back piece for the A-shaped skirt and save the pieces. If there's a difference more than 1 centimeter between the waistline at the basic pattern to the A-shaped skirt, we have to add a dart at the center of the back piece. The length shall be approximately 12 to 14 centimeters. In this example, I will show how to draw in a dart at the back piece. Measure the waistline. Grade, measure, line. To place a grade point at the center of the waistline, check the length of the whole line in size 38. Here we do have 18.19. Check the size differences in the small sizes, which here is 1 centimeter, and the big sizes, which is 1.5 centimeter. Divide those numbers in 2. So we're going to have 9.1 here, 0.5 here, and 0.75 here. Note that down. Grade, edit rules, and specify distance. Select the waistline, pop up, and enter the half measurement of the waistline, which is 9.1. OK. Select grade point from distance measurement. Enter 0.5 in the small sizes and 0.75 in the big sizes. Update and OK. Split the line in a grade point and check the length of the two lines. They shall be equal. Line, modify line, and split. Grade, measure, line. Select the first part of the line and select the second part of the line. The difference is 0. From the center of the waistline, draw a line to the hip line. Line, poop off line. In the user input, a dot half and check mark at add grade rules on intersection. Select grade point at waistline, select hip line. Decide the length of the dart. Here we will have a length of 13 centimeter in all sizes. Grade, create edit rules, specify distance. Select the line, pop up, enter the distance of the dart length, 13 centimeters. OK. Select grade point from distance measurement. 0, because the length have to be the same in all sizes. Update, OK. We split on each side of the center line of the dart with the half of the width of the new dart. In this example here, we will have a dart of 2 centimeters width. So we split with 1 centimeter on each side. Line, modify line, split. Select line, pop up, enter 1 centimeter. Select line, pop up, enter 1 centimeter. Draw the new dot lines. Line, create line, digitize. In user input, check mark on add grade rules on intersection. Select point at waistline. Select apex point and select the other point at the waistline. Trace off the new back piece. Piece, create piece, trace. And we do that clockwise. Copy the grade rule from the top of the dart leg to the apex of the dart. Grade, modify rule, copy grade rule. Select point and select apex. View all the sizes. View, grade, show all sizes. And check the dart. Clear nest. View, grade, clear nest. Check that the dart legs do have the same length. Piece, dart, equal dart legs. Select dart line and select dart length to adjust. Check the shape at the waistline. Point, modify point, move single point. Add a notch to the hip point at the side seam. The back piece is now finished and can be saved.